Hi, welcome to my channel. I have been at Hubby's now for a couple of days, and I thought I would give you a quick little tour of Hubby's house. Just some of the things. Up until 7 years ago, this was also my house when I moved to be closer to my doctors after my back injury and disability. I'll start with the spare bedroom, what we call our gun room. This is where the dogs and I stay when we're here. Of course, being dog lovers, my boys sleep with me on the bed. It's kind of cramped when they're both there. Usually the night starts out with Maja, my harlequin, will start the night in with my hubby, but then he comes in with me and Yura. We keep a lot of our, or some of our deer skulls in here. This one here, that's my biggest one. And so far it's been the widest one in the family, not necessarily the biggest one. And these mounts my husband made himself, and he mounts the shell that we use to shoot the animal with it. And there's the picture of me with my deer. So, and that was a scrapbook page that I made for my husband. Oh, and hey, you two, quit playing. Quit playing. That arrow there, that's one my husband did. Splitting one arrow with another. It's actually not all that uncommon to do when target practicing. I've never done it, but hubby has. And there's another one. Of course, it's used as a holder of sorts. And some more. This picture was a joke picture that was taken at their grandma's funeral, of all things. Their Uncle Odin always wore his dress shirts unbuttoned dang near to the waist. And so hubby on the left, his brother in the center, and my son on the right. This was quite a few years ago. They went around back and did their shirts just like Uncle Odin did, and took a picture for their mother. So that's been quite the running joke. So anyway, and these here are two gun cabinets. So, and of course we keep a lot of our hunting and gun related pictures on the cabinet. So yeah. This one here was from black powder shooting. I won the women's black powder award. You kept the plaque for a year. So that year I won the women's and my son won the juniors. So if I could find my son's picture. So I don't. This was my niece shooting black powder. She was shooting across sticks. Here's an article about my son and my niece who tied and had to have a shoot-off for the award. And Stephen won the trophy, my son. So, shooting black powder is messy, but it is a lot of fun. My husband's room, it's kind of a little on the messy side, but this is a steel sculpture I got him for Christmas a couple years ago. So, and have a very interesting skull from a buck that my husband got. I believe it was last year. Very interesting. The one side is pretty normal and the other side is smaller, but you can see in the back how absolutely deformed that antler is. And you would never guess that my husband has worked for Coca-Cola for 32 years. He really doesn't collect a lot of Coca-Cola memorabilia. We started collecting a few select collectibles, especially some UNESCO banks and ornaments, some of the more limited edition items. This musical ornament here is really cute. There's a bear on top that goes up and down like it's opening the Coke bottle. But our son was really little and he ended up breaking the bear off. So but anyway, once my hubby collected a few of the items that he wanted, then every year it seems like everybody buys him all kinds of things. So I have a few few family pictures. And this is my young Great Dane trying to bury his dog food. He usually cries when he does it, so we end up with dog food everywhere. So, the little kitchen. When we got the house, this area here is above the cold air return, and it was just absolutely wasted space. So we cut it open, closed it up, and built a pantry out of it. So, and hubby did the doors, made the doors. So, and my hubby used to do a lot of woodworking, restoring things, but once he had melanoma, it was recommended that he not be around carcinogens because he had superficial spreading malignant melanoma, which is the most deadly form of melanoma. So, and of course, when I came in like a whirlwind and still haven't gotten all my stuff taken care of. This is full of some of my baking stuff. And of course, my grandson, one of my grandson's presents, some of the keto cookbooks that I got to give to my in-laws, and there's some of my other things that I brought with me to use. Yeah, and of course our dining room is and always has been really small. We used to have a deck out back, but it was getting pretty rickety, so it's gone. This is a house with a daylight basement, so it is about a 8-foot drop out the back door. So it's my son's boat. He bought that last year. Pretty proud of himself. That's the first brand spanking new vehicle he has bought. So anyway, any non-keto items you see around here is my husband and son make the excuse it's for my grandson, which you can tell he's here quite a bit. Toys and whatnot. So, which, speaking of my grandson, these are some of my favorite pictures of him. One. This is my other grandson, my daughter's son, Kai. He's got the most gorgeous red hair, and this was taken last school year, and he just recently cut it off and donated it to charity. It was way down, almost to the middle of his back.